My name is Victoria Knott.
Oh, hello, it's not her.
We have before, yeah. Now, I've got a bit of a problem, and Julia Miles, my care coordinator, is fully on board with this. And I need to discuss with someone in high management with your surgery before this goes further.
I can't hear you very well.
Sorry, I need to discuss with higher management before this goes further.
Right, okay.
In the doctor's practice. Julia Miles is fully aware of the situation. She's been taking notes weekly with regards to my current situation.
Yeah.
Now, I was on a multitude of antipsychotics, sedatives, sleepers, and I've been on these for 2.5 years. In July 2011, Richmond Royal sent a request to you to do blood tests to check my liver and kidney function and my sugar glucose level. Nothing was done. In July 2012, they sent a request for the results of those blood tests.
Right.
Nothing was sent because there weren't any. In July 2013, they sent another request for the results. You sent them nothing because no blood tests had been taken. Now, it's a legal requirement with that medication that fairly regular blood tests are taken to monitor the kidney and liver function.
Right. Which drugs is it? Which particular drug is it that we're talking about?
We're talking about venlafaxine, we're talking about quetiapine. I'm talking venlafaxine 200 milligrams a day, quetiapine 225 milligrams a day, 3 lots of diazepam at 5 milligrams a day, ropiclone 7.5 milligrams, metazapine 30 milligrams. I think that's about it.
Right,
okay. So that should have been done, and that wasn't done.
Right, okay.
Okay, so I then ended up with, I've got cysts on my kidney, and I've got fatty liver, for which I'm getting an awful lot of pain in my kidney. I've also got problems with my gallbladder, and it's making big stones for no reason. I've been in hospital 3 times within the last 3 months with regards to all of this. The hospital put me on morphine, and they were giving me injections of morphine. They said, we're giving you so many, we're going to end up giving you an abscess, so you really need to be on a PCA machine. And I said, well, I can't be on a PCA machine. I said, but can I have the tablet form? And they said, yes. 120 milligrams is the legal prescription you can prescribe someone per day of tablet form. If they need any more, it needs to be liquid form or via PCA because it will corrode the stomach and the bowel. I was on it 5 weeks and they gave me a lethal overdose. They put me on 240 milligrams.
Where was this?
Charing Cross. They've also put a clot in my arm by pushing the dry blood up the vein instead of changing the drip, the capillary that was in my hand. When I went down for a CAT scan, like I asked them to. When I went down for a CAT scan, they ignored it. They pushed the dry blood up my arm, and I've got a clot in my arm, and I can feel it. I'm waiting for it to break down. So then, because of the tablets that I was on, and the fact that I've got fatty liver, for which Dr. Plant said there was no real name for fatty liver, and it's nothing to worry about. I've gone and researched it, and it's everything to worry about. So I'm now on my own liver diet to try and regenerate my liver so it starts cleansing itself, and it's not nothing. It will end up to liver failure in the end. So that was completely misleading information I was given by Dr. Plant. Then your doctor exposed the overdose of morphine that I was on. Now, I don't recall his name. He's a younger doctor. He's absolutely fantastic. He's got a Z in his name.
Oh, yes,
that's it. He came round to my home and he said, what's going on with all your medication? And I showed him and we poured it all out and there's a bin bag worth of it. Okay, and he said, and he looked and he counted it up and he looked at the notes from the hospital and he just put his hand on his head and he went, oh. I said, they've fucked up, haven't they? And he went, yeah. I said, what they've done? And he said, they've given you double the legal amount. He said, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to gradualise you off? Or do you want me to cut you straight in half? I said, for fuck's sake, cut me straight in half. Yeah? He cut me straight in half. That was on the 20th of last month. I went through 2 weeks of half detox, and then to save my liver, because all my tablets are causing my liver problems, I came off all my medication to save my liver, because I asked Dr. Plant how long. I said, can you please help me come off my tablets so I can start regenerating my liver and start, get myself better? And she said, yes. And I said, well, how long is it going to take? She said, about 8 to 10 years to safely come off it. And I said, well, I haven't got 8 to 10 years. My liver will be in failure by then. I'll be dead. So I have not only had to come off all the morphine 2 weeks, on the 20th, I came off. I went half. Then on the 4th, I came off all medication. I advised my care coordinator. I took a bin bag full of lethal prescription medication down to the pharmacy in Priory Road in Hampton.
Down in where?
Priory Road.
All right.
In Hampton.
Right.
The reason I was there is because my MOT was due on the car, so I had a friend that came with me to try and get the MOT done, which we managed to do. And then I had the medicine in the bag, in a black bin bag, and it was full. And this stuff was fucking killing me. And I took the bin bag into the chemist and I said, do you dispose of medicines? And she said, yes. And I said, well, please take this because it's nearly killed me. And I've gone cold turkey ever since. My care coordinator has contacted your surgery 4 times and you've not even responded to her. And I've been sat in my house going cold turkey with, what's the one where you're completely incontinent? This something. Where it's basically a complete lack of your bowels and it could be fatal. And I've had that. I eat, I'm sick. If the food stays in my stomach, my gallbladder and the top of my stomach bloats up and goes rock hard. I go to the toilet, it's water. It's got yellow in it, it's got blood in it.
Right.
Okay, I've been like this now since the 20th of last month. In fact, I've been like it since I was originally put on the morphine tablets in hospital. So not only did Charing Cross nearly kill me with a lethal dose of morphine, I've then had to go cold turkey without the support of my doctor, even though my care coordinator has contacted your surgery more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, 4 times she's contacted you. I've also got a shadow on my lung that was found at Charing Cross. Charing Cross sent all the referral back to your surgery and said, please make adequate referrals to the various specialists required. I do not have a lung specialist. I do not have a gallbladder specialist. I've been referred for a gastroscopy and an endoscopy at Charing Cross for the 14th of next month. I've lost 3 sizes in 2 weeks. I will not be here by then. Yes. And before that. And when they put me on the lethal dose of morphine, I saw 5 different doctors and not one of them picked up on it. The guy with the Z in his name was the one that realised. And I've gone cold turkey on all my medication. Now, on the venlafaxine and the quetiapine alone, you have an 80% risk of having a heart attack or a stroke or a fit within the first 40 days of coming off. And I've been in my house coping with this on my own.
Right. And have you been in touch with the surgery since the 4th of September?
No, I've got an appointment. I was told the nearest appointment I can have with Dr. Plant is the 30th of September. I was also told I could possibly have diabetes. In fact, I was told I had diabetes. And it wasn't until I sat in the room with that doctor with the Z in his name, he said, what diabetes? He said, hold on a minute. And he looked at my sugar glucose level. He said, you haven't got diabetes. I've had to wait till the 30th of this month, thinking I've got diabetes on top of this. So basically, where it's at the moment, my son is very articulate. He's writing a full statement as we speak. We are sending this to all the national papers. This is an epidemic that is going on in this country with doctors over-prescribing people, especially people that have gone through trauma and they're on trauma-based medication. I've got a cutout of a paper here saying about the barbiturate addiction, and that there's 807 deaths more in this country linked to this medication than there is with heroin and cocaine mixed together. And I'm going to blow this one right out of the water. You have nearly killed me, and I don't even know if I'm going to get through. I've had to cop myself in my own house. I can't come out. I'm not well enough. So I'd like the doctor firstly to come and see me. Also, I've had to...
Because you were asking for medication, the doctors were quite worried about giving.
Yeah, but I wasn't put on that medication, was I? I didn't put myself on that medication. I went to the Richmond Royal because I was referred by you as a practice, okay? I went to the Richmond Royal in good faith. I was put on medication by Richmond Royal, and Richmond Royal asked you as a practice to monitor that, and you failed to monitor it. And Dr. Plant, her words were, you must have slipped through the net somehow. And I'm sitting here, and I am shitting through the eye of a needle. My digestive system is ruined. My stomach is ruined. I've got cysts on my kidneys that pop and run down my legs, and the liquid sits on my knee, and then sometimes goes down to my foot. I'm 6 weeks into cold turkey. I've had to put myself in between two armchairs, and I've been here on my own because of the fitting.
Did you call, have you called us?
No, my care coordinator's been doing it on my behalf because I've been too ill. And you haven't even bothered getting back to her, let alone me. She's made 4 calls. So we are going to go to the papers. The statement is going to be released this afternoon. Okay, we are also going to this morning because they have their own legal team. And I want to be sat on telly exposing this to save anyone else going through this, because mental health problems are bad enough. Trauma is bad enough. To sit with a wrecked body at the age of 37 years old is completely and utterly uncalled for and neglectful.
What would you like me to do today?
I need a doctor around here today to check my health, please.
Right, okay.
And to take notes on my current state of health, please.
Okay, well...
I'm going through cold turkey severely. I've got electric shocks running down my arms, which I've had since I started the cold turkey. I've got freezing cold fingertips. My care coordinator can back all this up. If you've got access to her notes, which you should have, because you should have a link with her. If you haven't, all of this is written in her notes. My fingertips are freezing cold. My fingertips go blue. My hands are warm. I go hot, cold, hot, cold. I'm sweaty. I have a shudder that runs through my body every 15 seconds. I wake up at night 3 times a night and I go like that. And it's because my heart has actually stopped and restarted again. I've had to put myself in between 2 chunky armchairs so that I cannot get out of the armchairs, put myself in the recovery position, put duvets by myself so I cannot move out of the recovery position, and put 2 phones by my side just in case I have a stroke, and then laid there for 6 hours waiting because the side effects were so bad. I've had tingles all over my face. As I say, I've got electric shock. I've had noises in my ears that make me feel like I'm going to fit. And I've been coping with this on my own now for nearly 6 weeks. Now, I'm off the medication now. I'm not sedated anymore. I've got a very, very clear head. I'm very, very conscientious about what I'm doing, how I'm doing it.
Just ask when you stop taking the medication, please.
I stopped taking it on the 4th of September. I'm about 11 days into a full detox. I have got, I'm just trying to find the word. You'll have to excuse me because I do forget words now because of the medication.
So are you saying, because it looks to me as if Dr. Salivana gave you prescriptions when he saw you on the 4th of September.
Right, it's dysentery. The word is dysentery. It normally happens before someone dies. I've had that for 6 weeks.
Did you use the prescriptions that Dr. Salivana gave you on the 4th of September? Did you?
No.
You didn't?
No, it's all been disposed of, and you can cross-check that with the Pro Road kill me. So I'm sure they'll remember. Private Road in Hampton.
Yes, it says here that it's intended because you'd run out of the prescription.
That's right.
Gave that to you on the 4th. That's what you expected.
That's right.
But you didn't.
No.
You didn't use
No.
your last.
No. I was going to run out, and in the end, I just stopped taking all of my medication because I thought, you know what, I'm fucking my liver up here even more, and I'm going to lessen the chance of regenerating it.
Okay.
And the tablets are not doing me any good, and they cause problems with my kidneys, and the fact that now my stomach and my digestive system and everything else is completely gone, and I can't
But you
eat.
never looked at Dr. Salazar's view. This is the last thing that he used.
Well, this is why my care coordinator has been contacting me, because I've been too ill to do it myself.
Right.
I've been lying on the floor in the front room for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks of time was spent with me lying on the floor in the front room because I couldn't go upstairs to sleep because of the shit. I would stand up and my bowels would open. I would lie there, my bowels would open. Complete dysentery.
I think the best thing is if I go and speak with the duty doctor.
And can you please mention the word dysentery? Because dysentery is what happens when people are going to die. I'm already at risk of a stroke, heart attack. I had 4 fits. Okay? And this is absolutely ludicrous. This is insane. This is an insane situation. It should have never got to this. Dr. Farr said that I've kept through the net. You've got 3 requests of you from a major hospital requesting that you do blood tests.
Right. Well, I will certainly look into that, but in the meantime, I think the important thing is to speak to the duty doctor.
Yeah, and I need a doctor around here to check my health, write notes. They need to be here longer than 10 minutes. We need to go through absolutely everything to make sure that I'm safe at the moment.
Okay.
Now, I'm having to do this, even though I've asked my care coordinator to do this.
There's no record on our notes that we've heard from her, but we will.
You have heard from her.
Right, okay, that's the important part.
Well, she's got records.
Okay, then we'll be in.
And that's the problem, again, you have no records. So, your surgery is going to be publicised, believe me.
Thank you for your call. I'll get somebody to get in touch with you.
Okay, and I would like a call back from yourself with regards to everything I've just told you. I'd like you to investigate everything I've just told you, and I would like you to come back to me with a written response.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.